What's up, y'all? I'm in traffic. I'm on my way to go get somebody from the airport, and I want to discuss this whole Megan Thee Stallion situation. I want to put my 2 cents in. Um, I, I heard Megan Thee Stallion's side maybe a couple of days ago, and now I recently heard the record label side today, and to me, I gotta side with the record label on this one, man. Usually when artists get the short end of the stick, I side with the artist. But in this situation, you have a new artist, and pretty much I'm in a new record label. You have a black artist, female artist, and you have a small business. Pretty much that record label is, in my opinion, a small business. So this record label took Megan Thee Stallion in. They groomed her. Uh, they pretty much made her what she is. Of course, Megan Thee Stallion had the talent. That's what the record label saw in her. They saw the talent that she had. So they invested money in her, and they blew her up. To be honest with you, like, we probably wouldn't know about Megan Thee Stallion if it wasn't for that record label um, setting up sessions and getting producers and buying clothes and studio time, uh, getting her hair done, little stuff like that the record label was doing for her, and a major record label, uh, management company, Rock Nation, comes in. They look at her current contract that she has with 1501 Records, and they, in my opinion, they pretty much they nitpick. Of course, your contract not going to be perfect and everything like that. I don't know what they saw, and I don't know what Megan Thee Stallion saw in that contract that made her, I guess, sue her record label. From the details that I saw, I don't know if they're true or right, but it's a lot of 60-40 going on. I think the record label gets 60% of the record, and Megan get 40. That's good, in my opinion. For a first time nobody artist. That's a good deal, in my opinion. I'm not an expert, but 60-40 is a 60-40 is a good deal. Now, the other things like shows and merch and stuff like that, the record label was actually getting, I think, a split of that. It may have been 60-40. I don't know which way it was. I don't know if it was to Megan or 60 for the record label. I really don't know. But that right there that's that 360 deal shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she is in a 360 deal, but usually, for my research, a 360 deal is when a record label pretty much, they put you on, and they take a chunk out of everything you do. So what makes I guess a 360 deal different from, I guess, a traditional record deal would be that back in the day when you sold albums and you sold CDs and cassettes, and there was no pirating music, the internet wasn't big, it was easy for record labels to make money off of good artists. But now it's not like that, because you got streams and people just burning your CDs and selling them and things like that. So what record labels did was they were trying to figure out a way to make money that they're used to making off these artists, that they're trying to find a way to make money that they were used to making off these artists before the internet age. And before people started burning CDs and streaming music and shit like that, they were trying to find a way in the 360 deal. So the 360 deal is when the artist, the record label gets a chunk out of everything the artist does. If the artist sells albums, sells CDs, they get money off of that. The streams, they get money off of that. But the merch traditionally doesn't go to the record label. The show money for performances traditionally doesn't go through the record label, but with the 360 deal, it does. So if Megan Thee Stallion is in a 360 deal and she does, let's say she does a television show and she gets paid for that, then that record label gets money, gets to 15 to 30% of what she was paid to do that television show or that movie appearance. That's what a 360 deal is. So anything Megan Thee Stallion does as far as entertainment wise or just getting income in general, the record label gets 15 to 30% of that artist's money because they pretty much put her on. Back in the day, it was probably just how many albums you sell. The record label probably get 70%, the artists get 30%. The artists really make them back in the day, the artists really used to make their money on the road, doing shows, and appearances and shit like that. Let's say if Megan Thee Stallion was asked by Howard University or any other HBCU to do to pretty much talk to kids, and they will pay her $5,000 for that appearance. That record label is going to see some of that money. It's going to see some of that money. That's what a 360 deal is about. But back in the day, it really wasn't like that, and that's how these record labels are recouping the money that they're losing due to the internet. So now I'm thinking, man, maybe she signed a 360 deal, because what I saw from the details of the contract is what the record label was getting some of her show money and her merch money. That's usually a sign of a 360 deal. Now, the only way that the artist could make money off of their music without the record label taking any percentage is would be a write, like if she wrote her music. I thought Megan Thee Stallion wrote her music. She might do. So she would get, I guess, publishing for being a writer of her songs. The record label can't take a percentage of that money or whatever, but she would have to write her own music. The producer would have to produce her own music. Now, if somebody's writing her music, then that wouldn't apply to her. So, but from what I saw from the Megan Thee Stallion deal, it's an alright deal. It could have been better. I could have twerked that shit for her. It could have been better, but it's not. It's really not that bad for these times. So that's why I'm like, what y'all tripping over? But I don't think she really I don't think she really want to be a part of that record label anymore. She's trying to like finesse her way out. And let's keep it real, man. All last summer, she was talking about scheming niggas, scamming niggas, hot girl summer, taking money and just dirking off and sending pictures of another chick body. It's like, that's her whole MO. That's her whole her style, So I just think this is just her. I think this is just her just trying to finesse her way out of this situation. You know what I'm saying? Because it's evident in her music. But like I just said, I don't know if she write her music. I don't know if she do. But she's the figurehead of Hot Girl Summer. She's the face of scamming niggas. You know what I'm saying? Getting the bag, taking these niggas' bag, and vamoosing. Yo, vámonos. That's her image. So, and And we gotta keep in mind that record label put money into her. You know, I heard Jay Prince's side. Jay Prince had a point from what I heard. You know, I'm like, well, Jay Prince got a point. And y'all probably wonder, what does Jay Prince have to do with it? Somehow he's affiliated with 1501 Records. I think that's how he did. Somehow he's affiliated with that. And you know, a lot of, if you start an independent record label, you gonna, and you got a chance to to be associated with Jay Prince, then you that's what you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna do. You gotta do it, because Jay know what's up. And it's just crazy, man. Like, you know, Megan Thee Stallion being a college student. So I know you know how to read. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying college makes you automatically intelligent. It doesn't. I know unintelligent people that has college degrees. You know, shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Because you did it. Somehow you did it. But, you know, she probably just glanced over the contract. Contract probably about that thick. And she's just signed her. I don't even think she signed her. I mean, it's a regular deal. I don't think she signed her life away. Glanced over the contract and just signed and just signed it. You know what I'm saying? Just get on. And that's what you did. They got you on. They invested money in you. And I don't even think she dropped the album yet. And now you're trying to get out the deal. I'm like, them dudes probably ain't even recoup their money that they invested in you. You know? Probably didn't. I don't really know. But that's just my opinion on the whole Megan Thee Stallion thing. Man, I hope it works out for her. I hope it works out for the record label. I just really don't see the record label being a bad guy in this situation. I really don't. You know, the contract is clear as day. You signed the contract. You signed the contract. You know, that's all I wanted to say about that situation. Man, I wish you guys peace, man, and prosperity. I'm out.